All right, we are live. We are live. And thank the Lord that last 30 days is behind us and moving forward exactly like we should. We're guiding along just perfectly with January and February and the start of March Madness. Then had those two 5% losers that really swung our year, meaning you're talking about a 20-unit swing between North Carolina being up 19 and losing that game as a 5%, and then Duke up 16, losing that game on the money line, which cost us a future as well. Just haven't had any good luck. But the fact we don't have much to make up at all has me feeling very optimistic. Again, I was talking about when we were running hot in January, that we haven't even gotten any good luck. We haven't been on any kind of run. It's just been like grinding. But like I said, I feel very confident that as long as you're following our bet size and recommendations, when December 31st rolls around, remember, that was the deal. That was the goal. When December 31st rolls around, for us to be in that 0.5% that's profitable, I promised you over the year, we're going to have winning bets, losing bets, winning days, losing days, winning weeks, losing weeks, and even winning and losing months. But I'm very confident we'll have a big enough sample size. And with my experience coupled with the info I have access to, we'll be in that 0.5%, rest assured. So just keep bet sizing in relation to your bankroll like I recommend, and you'll be just fine. I recommend betting 0.25% of the rating. I recommend already having that established so that you don't change it day by day, and you only readdress it when and if we double our bankroll or we've dropped half of it. So far, neither of those things have happened, so we're just coasting. It's kind of like your 401k. You shouldn't be looking at it every day. The only reason you have to do it every day is because I can't physically bet for you. If I was able to physically bet for you, that would be the easiest, because then you could just put funds into an account. I know I'm going to manage risk perfectly, and I trust when the dust settles, I will have produced a profit for each and every account. But since I can't do that, I try to urge you to do that and never take a bad number, to bet size correctly, knowing that daily our results are going to go up and down, even weekly. And you can't let that affect you at all. It's like a 401k. It's like stock. Pull up any stock. And here, I'll just blindly pull one up right now. I'll pull up my trading view. And let's look at Palantir. Palantir, a great stock. In fact, I have a buy order waiting on Palantir. And what do we see about Palantir? Well, let's go back to April 2025. That's a year ago. Palantir was trading at $71. Palantir is now trading at $128. All right. But over those 50 plus weeks, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So almost half of the weeks were negative. Almost half of the weeks and over the 12 months between April 2025 and now April 2026, Palantir had 25 losing weeks. And yet it's almost doubled in price. That's the goal. That's the magic. Trending upwards with a ton of variance. Why? Because there's small edges, just like in the real world. That's the market we work with. And I'll even look at months for Palantir. We'll go over the last 12 months. And what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 of those were losing months. And this one's currently a negative month. Started at 154 down to 128. So we're looking at almost 5 of 12 months were negative. Anyone that jumped off Palantir has lost money. That wasn't the smart move, but that's exactly what the majority of traders and investors do. And that's exactly what the majority of sports bettors do. They run into a cold streak and it completely wipes them out. But if you have the right product, if you're competent in your decision making as far as investing into a winner, then have the conviction to ride it out and do it correctly. And just like Palantir, we will do the same, brother. Now, with that said, let's go over that bet size. We rate at WagerTalk between 1% and 5%. 1% being the weakest, 5% being the strongest. My recommendation is that you bet size 0.25% of that rating. So, for example, a 4% rating would be a 1% of bankroll, because 0.25 of 4% rating is 1%. So if I have a $10,000 bankroll, I know every 4% Gianni sends, if it's a dog, I flat bet $100. If it's a favorite, I bet to win $100. And that's it. And whether we won yesterday or we're up this week or we're down this month, that doesn't change. Why? Because we haven't doubled our bank or lost 50% of it. If you can commit to that, I will commit to my part. And that's continuing to find accounts for these plus EV advantage bettors in different markets. That's my job. Your job is to get outs so you could get down at the best numbers and to manage your risk correctly by bet sizing the right amounts and not taking bad numbers. That's our responsibilities, baby. You do yours, I promise you. I'm doing mine. Now, I can't keep you here all day because it's Saturday. We have a busy day, and I'm suffering with the flu. I've been popping these like fucking Tic Tacs the last 2 days. And I know as the day goes on, I'm going to get worn out and feel like shit. But I have a couple hours of being optimum. So I need to do our steam room, get you out of here, and still have 2 optimum hours to narrow down premiums for us. Because where we sit right now, here's where we're at for Saturday's action. All right. So far, we have 4 UFC bets, 4 bets in the UFC. We have our 5%, obviously, on Carlos Ulberg, who is now a favorite. I'll take it. That's exactly what a 5% is supposed to do. We got plus 105. He's now minus 110 at my sharpest book. I like it. I like it. We did our job. Hopefully he does his. And then we have a 4% on Josh Hokett at plus 115. He's also a favorite right now at the sharp shops. So we did our job. And okay, so I didn't realize that this was a free and open steam room. So forgive me. No disrespect to my subscribers. I thought it was the team. I thought it was my partners with me this week. So forgive me for spitting out our 5%. And forgive me for sharing our 4%. But If you watched the Anik and Florian podcast, then you probably already guessed it. So with that said, we did our job, and that's what I get paid for, to get my subscribers down at plus 110, plus 115, plus 105, and have the game or the fight go off at minus 105, minus 110, minus 115. Why? Because if we continue to do that, we become a mathematical certainty to turn a profit if we manage risk correctly. That is the caveat. You must manage risk correctly. If not, even with an edge, you will lose money. Okay? I talked about it in the blackjack course. And if you haven't taken the blackjack course, what are you waiting for? I put together a course that makes you the favorite against the casino every time you walk into it. Yep. That was taught within 8-9 lessons. And you will know what your edge is before the hand's dealt. You will know exactly what you should be bet sizing based on your bankroll. And you should know exactly what games to seek out. I put all that knowledge into your hands. And yet, I know from experience that the majority won't be able to go out there and produce profit even with all that knowledge. Why? Because they're going to be forced to deal with the variance that comes with being an advantage bettor. You're going to have to be able to handle negative swings if you're ever going to be profitable in this racket. That's just the bottom line. And that's what sickens me when I see all that shit out on the internet, gambling Twitter, gambling Instagram, all that bullshit of these influencers really doing a disservice to so many new, naive, novice sports bettors who think they're going to get rich quick, that it's easy, that it's overnight, that they're going to be living the high life of flying private, nightclubbing in Miami, and driving a Lambo to the beach every morning. Where are you going to be? How are you going to fucking win doing that? Those are dreams. We do it for real here. Okay? We trade for real. That's what I do. Every single day, 7 days a week, 365. I provide accounts for different groups and bettors who have proven to have an edge in a particular market. And because I could get them down, I have access to that information. And with 30 years of experience filtering through that information, I'm able to narrow down where I think the strongest positions are, and more importantly, where there's still value. Because it's hard enough to win for yourself, but to win for someone else, that's a very rare accomplishment that few bettors can reach. So numbers don't lie. Now, let's go over, talk NFL draft really quickly. You know my results in the NFL draft. I get rock solid information because I deal with only 2 people. I've dealt with them for over 20 years. I get them down more money than you could ever fucking imagine, and they come straight to me. And because of that, we've produced a ton of profit in the NFL draft. I will be releasing plays as they come in. I don't know when they're going to come in. I have no control over that. What I do have control over is getting them to you as quickly as possible and knowing that you don't have a lot of time. All right? These are time-sensitive plus EV bets, and the lines will move. If you are not prepared, don't even try. It's like I tell you with tennis, soccer, NASCAR, cricket, all those smaller markets that I get gold to. If you don't have outs, don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time. Okay? bottom line, like the soccer the other day, I post those at WagerTalk for free as well. I went on WagerTalk today. I released 3 soccer premiums to subscribers, put them up for free at WagerTalk. If you had outs, it wasn't hard getting down. If you have one out, which is a DraftKings or a Caesars or an MGM, and you think you're going to be getting down on all the sharp stuff and getting the best number, again, we live in 2 different realities. That's not going to happen because their job is to stop people like us from extracting the sports book from their cash. And that's exactly what we do. Okay. Now, I've released 1 draft bet so far. Chalky. Okay. If you bet size correctly, you're not afraid of them because we will be laying some chalk in the NFL draft. That's what I'm preparing you for because there is certainty. And when you have certainty, you're going to have to pay for it. Many of my draft bets will not be predictions. They will be close to certainty after confirmation. Now, I'll have some long shots in there, and obviously you'll be able to tell the difference. But if I'm laying minus 400, where the break-even's 80%, rest assured, I'm in that 90+% range of implied win probability, or I wouldn't be laying it. So if you bet size like I recommend, and I've recommended since I sat down with Kelly in 2017, and I said these exact words, I won't win every day, week, or month, but over statistically significant sample size, which means about a year, because I'll have more than enough volume, I will be in that 0.5% that turns a profit. And the numbers don't lie. Over 11 years, I believe I've won 9 of them. I'll take that. And just like I said with the UFC on the Line show, 8 seasons ago, if you look at the first 5 episodes, I was terrible. I was awful. I wasn't prepared to be on TV. I wasn't a skilled journalist or communications major, but I was a winning bettor. And what I did say is, I am not going to teach you anything about MMA that you probably don't know. And I'm not going to win every bet, every week, every show. But I promise you, long term, I will be profitable. Since then, I've won 7 of 8 seasons. Again, it isn't me touting. Because like I said, I thought all you guys are already subscribers. So I'm not pushing anything. But whoever's running this chat, please put up the coupon. Because if you are betting this rest of this year, team up with Ace, bro. Seriously. You know what's ahead, Major League Baseball. I now have my power ratings. I'll get into those when we cover baseball. I now have that confidence to start firing on the power ratings. We have NBA playoffs. We finally have the NBA where we can have confidence in motivation and know who's playing. And then we have NFL and college football around the corner, believe it or not. It'll be here before you know it. And you know who finished number 1 in profit in both those sports over the regular seasons, using them power ratings. So if you're going to be betting throughout the rest of this year, give them a good deal. Whoever's running this chat, throw in the blackjack course, please, because that is gold. I spent 10 grand to take that course myself, and I shared more shit than I learned there. The only difference is I went home with decks of cards and a shuffle machine and some gimmicks and bullshit. A felt. But the knowledge that I shared in that course, like I said, can teach anybody. If you could add, subtract, multiply, and divide, you will be an advantage blackjack player with practice. And you will crack that game. And if you manage your risk correctly, you can become wealthy playing blackjack. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Very few of you will. Maybe 1 out of every 1,000. But there is that guy out there watching me right now that's going to do it. That's going to take that course. That's going to watch it twice. That's going to deal himself nonstop cards. That's going to be driving around counting in his mind like I was doing, reading license plates and counting. And they're going to go in playing small stakes, probably betting $5 to 100, $5 to 200, depending what game they're spreading, you know. And then they're going to get the $10, 100. Then they're going to get the $25 green chips. And then they're going to get the black chips. And before you know it, they're going to have made a ton of money playing blackjack. I fucking know it. Why? Because I know that what the information in that course gives you the power to do that. That's what I even love more than my sports. Because there I give you the power. You have it. You get the advantage. It's on you. I love it. You have the knowledge. You're the EV guy, not me. All right. Now, so you got a draft bet already sent out. So we also have 3 soccer bets in the system today. If you go over to WagerTalk.com, I'm pretty fucking sure there'll be some freebies on there. All 3 were 3% premiums. I also have 2 masters that I put out. One of them just started. That was out there for free. The second one is a 4%, a best bet. That's just sitting there right now. Free masters bet at WagerTalk.com. Every day, go there because just about every day I post a free premium in those other markets. And if you got another 2 minutes, head on over to sportsmemo.com because when I find gold, I put it over there for only $7. That's my give back to the community. And I'm very selective. I believe I'm 11-1-1 my last 13 because I'm very, very selective. I said that's a gift to those bettors who are like me, who had that drive, that passion, that are so motivated to do what I do, to use the sports betting market as their investment vehicle, but just don't have the bankroll to support paying for information. But they could afford the cheaper information. So what do I say? Give them the expensive information, but at the cheaper price. So I put gold over there for $7. I don't have anything there today, but I'll tell you now, what was going to go there, I'll give it to you here. I was going to add Josh Hoken. That was going to be my $7 sports memo bet today to keep my streak going. But when I looked at the line, he's now minus 110 at most places. I mean, I could have probably cheated and wrote minus 105. But I gave him out to my guys at plus 114. And even though I did say he's good to minus 110, I believe, I just wouldn't feel great. Because even though I feel he's going to win the fight, gold was at plus money. Let's keep it real. He was gold at plus money. And the market reflects that. So it's a plus EV bet for us at plus money. I still think it's that at up to minus 110. That's still available right now. But I won't sell it over there for $7 because I want only the 24 karat, not even 14 karat gold or 18 karat gold. Only 24 karat gold goes over there. So keep your eye out there. So you're going to go to WagerTalk.com and look for the free picks because there's soccer in there and there's masters. You're going to go to Sports Memo. You don't have to do that today, although I would peek because I know there's others doing what I do, and check for the $7 play. Then, over at WagerTalk, I have my UFC card with a 5%. There's 2 4% and a 3% as well. I will be adding to that. When I jump off this, like my subscribers know, I go through every UFC matchup with one of my originator friends. We argue back and forth. We narrow down some more winners on sides, totals, props. I bet and release them to subscribers. And what else? Oh, there's no Steam sheet today, and here's why. We're not bleeding units. So if I don't have a premium to attach to it, I can't do it. I didn't have a premium yet in the NHL or in Major League Baseball. Now, by the time I do, I already have the Steam room open, so you guys will be getting this stuff. And since I would be shutting it down early with the UFC, there wouldn't be hours to add to it. So you wouldn't be getting the true value that I love that sheet offers. And again, every single day, if you're a handicapper, you're going to get your money's worth. The Steam sheet is money. And if you're a subscriber, you get it for free. That's fucking incredible. Because what I put in the Steam sheet is all of the plays straight from the accounts, even the ones that I haven't, more importantly, the ones that I don't release to subscribers. Because if you bought a Steam sheet, then you know the amount of volume that goes into it. Sometimes there's 15 baseball moves, 10 NBA, 12 NHL, 3 soccer, 5 UFC. That's stuff I'm actually betting. You can't give that out to subscribers, to normal people that have jobs and families and other responsibilities. So my job and why I get paid so well is because I'm able to narrow that down to where anyone can follow along and bet like a wise guy. That's why this was created. And what that Steam sheet's for is for those of you that want to do it your own, meaning you handicap, you have an opinion, you look at matchups, you look at lines, you try to determine where the line's moving, you get out ahead of markets. For you, it's gold because you're able to use that sheet the way I use my sheet. My sheet's like this. I go into the accounts, I write down what's in it, I handicap it, and I compare it to what I already like. Because what I do is, like tonight, I'm going to go into tomorrow's Major League Baseball, or real early in the morning, crack of dawn, 4:30, 5 a.m. I'm going to go over to baseball. I circle the sides and totals I like, and then I wait to see what my groups bet. And if they come in on one of them that I am on, I know to bet it and release it to subscribers right away. If they come in opposite, I know to sit back and pass. If they come in on something I don't have an opinion on, well, now I get to handicap it and decide. That's what you can do with the Steam sheet. You look at what you know is plus EV, and you get to decide, do you agree with it? Do you agree with it and still think there's value? Do you disagree with it? So that's the gold there. Now, with that out of the way, let me get you into some NHL, because I got a lot of NHL. Hold on. Well, if you had some sports bettors go through my trash, they'd find some fucking gold in here. Forget about it. All right. Now, let me give you the hockey. This is what would be on the Steam sheet in hockey. I'm going to give you everything, and then I'm going to narrow down gold, okay? So here's everything that was bet in my accounts in hockey. You ready? Game 1, under 6.5, Tampa, Boston. Game 3, Ottawa, minus 115. Game 5, Washington, plus 115. Game 8, LA, minus 105, minus 110. Game 11, the Rangers, plus 180. Game 13, St. Louis, minus 120, minus 130. Game 21, Columbus, plus 130. Game 27, Las Vegas. What are they? Plus 120. Plus 125 and under 6.5, minus 130. And then game 24, under 6.5, Florida, Toronto. It's a lot of volume. That's what's in the accounts and stuff that I trade with other movers like myself. Now, obviously, I'm not going to give 47 plays to subscribers. So I look to narrow down. Here's what I can tell you. I haven't released any premium yet in hockey, but the glasses are going on. So I have my power ratings, my NHL power ratings. I told you, my guy's power rating every sport for me. And I've used him only in this year, 2025, I used him in NFL, college football. I've used him in college basketball. I've used him in NBA. And I'm using him this year in NHL and Major League Baseball. Okay? His NHL power ratings are number 1, Colorado. Number 2, Tampa Bay. Number 3, Carolina. Number 4, Buffalo. Number 5, Ottawa. Number 6, Pittsburgh. Number 7, Dallas. Number 8, Montreal. Number 9, Minnesota. And number 10, Utah. That's my top 10 in NHL. Now, let's look at today's board, see if we can narrow something down. Obviously, you know my Ottawa. I like Ottawa over Washington. It power rates nicely, but line moved too much now. I can't mess with it in that minus 130 range. I was hoping the line would come down. We'd get a little Islander money, and we could get a discount on Ottawa because I kind of leaned Ottawa today. I did. But I'm going to have to pass because, again, we're only betting gold. So let's keep going. Washington. I like Washington a lot over Pittsburgh. Here's the problem. Price, man. The price. I can't have my subscribers betting it right now at minus 105, minus 110, minus 115 because they could have got plus money first. They could have got plus money. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put that on the side because I do put in parlays. And you're going to say, Ace, I thought you said parlays are for suckers. Parlays are negative EV. Of course. But it's baseball. It's not NFL. It's hard to get accounts. It's even harder to keep accounts open. So what do you have to do? You got to throw some negative EV shit in the accounts. What do? I've thrown in parlays. Now, I wish I could share my screen with you. I wish I knew how to do that because you'd see I have 3 parlays that are open still. What I do is I like to put in 16 parlays at a place that I could put up only up to 6. Sometimes I'll do 3, 4, 5 teams. But what I'll do is, like, if that day I only like 2, I'll put 2, and then I'll put 3 slots open. So I have to fill it in, and I wait to fill it in with gold. And right now I'm sitting on 3 monster parlays. A 6-team parlay where I only have 1 open slot, a 6-team parlay where I have 2 open slots, and then another 6-team parlay with 1 open slot. I'm going to fill it in one with my 5%. I'm going to fill in the other one, I think, with Hoke It. Just sharing that. But yeah, anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Washington's one of those that I would throw in if I throw in a parlay today, a little negative EV. You know how I like to do that, negative EV. So let's get back to NHL. You know I like LA. I told you LA, we bet twice in accounts. Let me see something. Let me see this, my power rating. All right, I got LA about 22nd. I have Edmonton in the top 15. It's the offense for LA that struggles, but they are at home. Let me see what this price is. See what my sharp guy's doing. All right, we got ourselves a premium. You ready? We got ourselves a premium play in the hockey. Game 8, Los Angeles. We're going to take the Kings. About minus 115. That's definitely good to minus 120, 125 for a 3%er. So let's go LA Kings. Boom. Let me send that out. You notice I sent it out to subscribers before I even bet it. You're welcome. Guys, I haven't looked at one single comment, so I don't know if you guys are writing anything. I don't have comments up. I will look when I get done with my little talk because I don't like, it's hard to keep focus anyway with all these different markets. So I don't want to be sidetracked. So, but let me get LA in there for subscribers. Because like I said, I don't have a steam sheet today. So this is for premium guys. This is for subscribers. I like that too. I don't like selling daily shit. I really don't. I like the guys that partner with me. All right, so let's go LA Kings. Bet 3 dimes on LA Kings at minus 114. Come on. Accept my bet. All right. What a good day yesterday. Good Lord. We're up money this week. All right. NHL. LA Kings. My man, minus 112. I'll take it. Do I bet more? Because no. We'll sit there. All right. All right. Let's get back. Let's keep rolling. Let me see what else we have in NHL. Any of these that we can move on. And before you accuse me of smoking the devil's lettuce, you know what this is. This is nicotine. This is nicotine. All right, let me keep checking. Let me keep going. Hold on. All right. Washington, Pittsburgh. I like the under 6.5. Washington, Pittsburgh, under 6.5. That just got bet under 6.5, minus 110, under 6.5. I'm not going to piggyback it. I won't piggyback it. I have action on it, just like I have action on Washington. But I can't send it out to subscribers now on top of it. Number one, Washington's at minus now, and on the account I have it at plus. What else? What else do they have? Minnesota, Nashville, nothing. Keep going. St. Louis, Chicago. Go to St. Louis, Chicago. No. St. Louis, keep going. Philly, Winnipeg, keep going. Oh, Columbus, Montreal, under. No, keep going. Let me see. Florida, Toronto. Do we have an under? Florida, Toronto. Hold on. Okay, we have a little Toronto and under there. A little Toronto and under sharp. Yeah, I'm liking Toronto here. Hold on. Let me power rate this Toronto-Florida matchup. Now we know Toronto is one of the worst teams. I have them 26th power rated, but I got Florida at 25. So they're right behind each other. Okay, I like that. I like that so far. Toronto is home. I like that. Oh, but my sharp shop discounted it by 3 cents. That matters. I know it sounds like it don't, but it does. All right. Ace is starting his checks. You know how I do it. I put these to the side. Luckily, that's not till late, and I revisit, and if I confirm, I send the subscribers. So that's game 24. Toronto. And that's a 4:00 game. What else? Vegas, Colorado. They went under. Kind of. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. Let me see something. Vegas, Colorado under. Let me see. I kind of like it. I don't love it. All right, let's wrap up hockey. So, I like Ottawa. Just can't get down at that number. I like Washington. Washington would be a premium if I would have got it earlier. I do like Washington. I like Washington and under. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to go under there too. Okay. Let's go 2 premiums in NHL. Low volume. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. All right. They scored 8 when they played. They only played once this year. Oh, yeah. There's the recency bias on the Pittsburgh side that scored 19 goals in the last 3 games. Let me give me a sec. Sorry, this isn't scripted. We trade for real here. You know that. Vancouver under. Where's Vancouver? And Dallas Rangers. Where's Dallas Rangers? Okay, so they like under 6 in Dallas Rangers, under 6 in Dallas Rangers. I'm not piggybacking that. I'm not piggybacking it. But I will be betting the under. Yeah, I'm premiuming it now. So 2-3% in the NHL for today. Oh, I like it. All right, here's the second one. Washington and Pittsburgh. And we're going to go under. We're going to go under 6.5. Washington, Pittsburgh, under 6.5, 3%. Okay? We're good there. We're perfect. Boom. I like it. And here's what I'm going to do. Here's what we're going to do. So now we got 2 premiums in the NHL with a possible Toronto confirmation later. Look at that line on Washington keeps climbing. Damn. Wow. Okay. It's okay. I like our bet. Damn. And then we're going to see if we're going to mess with Toronto later. That's later tonight. So we're good now with Toronto. Boom. Well done. Let me put in a parlay real fast. All right, I'm going to put in a parlay. I'm putting in, what do I put in? Okay, I'm going to put in LA Kings. I'm going to put Washington and under. And I'm going to put Toronto. I'll put in the Maple Leafs also. And I think that's it. Yeah. 4-teamer, but I'm going to leave one spot open. Yeah, I like doing that. I leave 2 spots open. It's even juicier. You know what? I'm going to go for juicy. Let's go juicy. Boom. All right. Crazy. My man. I get more excited when I gamble. That's gambling. Like, it's funny. When I bet, it's not too exciting and shit. That's funny. All right. Now, let's go over baseball. And here's some of this is what would be in the Steam sheet, but haven't released any premium yet. Again, staying tight. I'm now in the top 4 in profit in Major League Baseball. Remember, we started nothing but negative the first week. And I told you, the first 2 weeks, I strictly am piggybacking what is in the accounts from the sharp groups. More times than not, they come out of the gate on fire. Sometimes not. But once I have some data and my power rater says he's put my power ratings together, I'm going to start using those to confirm. Since I've been able to implement that, we've been climbing. And we're now sitting in the top 4 in MLB profit. So I'm staying selective, dude. Now that I have my power ratings, these plays got to match that for me to release the subscribers as a premium. You have all this in the Steam sheet every day. So if you like it, you could piggyback it yourself. You don't need me to piggyback it for you. That's the beauty of the Steam sheet. And that's why I love that subscribers get that every day. Because, again, I give you all that hockey. You may like Ottawa. You may like Washington still at minus 115 and say, dude, it's going to close at 130. I'm betting it. It probably will. So, yeah, that's why. If you like this shit, jump it right off that Steam sheet, baby, and piggyback the shit out of it. All right. Okay, now. Oh, I thought I got a new, I thought I had a new golf, but that was the Matsuyama that we just bet. Matsuyama minus 135. See, I'm sick, so I had to do extra caffeine today. And even this is the 2X. Starbucks makes a 2X caffeine coffee. And I'm just on, what did I do? A Rockstar or was that a Monster? I downed a quick energy drink, bro. I'm telling you, Ace has been fighting this today. All right, let me give you the baseball steam. This is what is in the accounts. Again, haven't released one to subscribers yet, but I'm going to go through that and see what I confirm. All right, let's go. 925 over 8, Cleveland, Atlanta. 903, Pittsburgh, plus 131. And the over 6.5. 909, Minnesota, plus 105. 911, White Sox, plus 165. 923, over 7.5, San Francisco, Baltimore. 928, St. Louis, plus 122. 916, Seattle, minus 143. 901, under 9.5 and 9, Arizona, Philadelphia. 906, Milwaukee, minus 145, 150. 907, Colorado, plus 155. 917, Miami, plus 125 and under 8.5 and under 8. And then finally, 921, the Athletics at plus 115. I could rip the sheet up because I have it in the accounts. So I don't have to look at it. And again, that would be the Steam sheet. And off of that is where any premium would come. Now, let me look at MLB real quick and see if we confirm one of these quickly. And then I'll look at questions, do MMA, and get you out of here. All right. Again, I have not looked at a single comment yet. I swear on my mother. So I don't know what is being said. Uh-oh. All right. We got a premium. Got to fire right now. Ready? Philadelphia, Phillies. Phillies, Arizona. Okay? We're going under. Philly, Arizona, under. 9, under 9. Good to 130. I'm able to get minus 115, 120. This is a 4% play. Best bet category, under 9. Would have liked a 9.5, of course. But we'll take the 9. It's a key number. Worst that happens is a push there, right? It's good to 125. Let's go. Let's get that in. Under, Phillies. under Phillies. Boom. 4%. 4%. Let's go. Fuck, it won't let me play it. It says 50, it's too close, but it starts at 10:05, man. It's 10 of. That's 15 minutes exactly. Fuck. It won't let me post it, guys. Won't let me post it. I'm betting it, so you know. I'm betting it like it's a fucking 4% play. But I can't release it. I can't release it. Sorry. Hopefully everyone's in here and they get it. I like this play, man. I love this under, bro. My sharp shop just went to 8.5. Fuck. Win or lose. Under 9 plus EV all day. All fucking day. All right, so we're on that under. Ooh, we're firing. We are firing. We are firing. I don't care if it's not a premium. I don't give a fuck. It's in the Steam sheet. You guys get the fire on it. That's my, as long as you're making money, dude. That's my goal, is that you make money. I make mine. I'm good. I promise you, I'm good. I know through my accounts that I make money with them. As long as I get accounts that are going to pay me. That's the difficulty of my job. Finding outs. Finding not outs, but good outs. Like credit accounts that are actually going to pay me when I win, because we're going to pay when we lose. That's my number one issue that I get. Right, I swear to my mother today, an account right now. This is my message that I swear, I'll read it to you. Oh, and he just sent a play. Okay, my man. Yo, can you have them pause the Sun 22 account now, please? I said, yeah, no problem. He said, so let them know, no action. And if they bet on it, it will not be honored past today. I said, no problem. He said, my man, I'm trying to get you more accounts. I know this is ridiculous. Yeah. So you see, that's my life. That's what I go through every single day. Finding accounts that are going to pay us and keeping them on. Like you understand how hard it fucking gets. And his team, his crew's betting Cleveland first 5. Cleveland first 5. I don't like it. I liked Atlanta actually in that game, so I'm gonna pass. Again, if I have enough confidence in my power ratings now that if they line up against me, I'm not gonna get off of my opinion and bet theirs unless I know it's so strong. I'm not doing it. But again, if you like Cleveland. Just know they're betting them first 5. First 5. All right, let me get back to baseball because I love baseball. And now that we're sitting right there, dude, almost every sport we fucking crushed. And what's crazy is college baseball's cost me profit. College fucking baseball, which has been nothing but money every single year. In fact, when baseball started, half you guys were asking, are we going to get college baseball? Because of how we did in college baseball in AAA, that AAA shit, remember? But yes, it's down. It's down. That's going to change. Let me see. You know what? I'm interested. Let me see how bad college baseball is. Yeah, let me look. Let me look, guys. And then we'll get back to baseball. You know me. I keep it real, bro. I keep it real. I'll tell you what I'm winning. I'll tell you when I'm losing. All right, men's NCAA baseball. Yeah, fuck. That's what I'm down. I'm down. That's what we're down right here. It's college baseball. We're down fucking 29 units. 29 fucking units. And we're 12, 16, and 1. So we're all down only 4 games under 500. But they were all probably 4% plays because I'm so confident in that shit. Don't worry. As long as we keep getting it, we're fucking going to be fine. I just got to keep getting it. As long as we keep getting it. Oh, that's a good. That's not, dude, that's not sustainable. Meaning, you know, historically how we've done with the college baseball. So, yeah, I'm not concerned. Okay. That's better. Because when I look at where is that? I don't want to misspeak. Yeah, back in 2023, I just wanted to see when we were finished number 1 in baseball, which we'll do again this year, and picked up 150 units. A lot of that, if we had a 5% ROI, that's awesome. That's awesome. And gave out 1,000 plus plays in 2023. Yeah, a lot of that was college baseball. Okay, so yeah, we're going to keep firing on it. Fuck that. That's where it's at, baby. All right, here we go. So let me get back to baseball. We have that. Damn. It ain't a premium, but it's okay. As long as you guys got it, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. All right, let's get back to baseball. Let me tell you what's the strongest out of this shit. Let's see if we confirm anything else. That Washington, Milwaukee. You know, I like the under there. Let me see something. Come on. I even went and got, look at this. I went and got wireless 5G. So we're sitting on a 5G